Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Ali Raza and welcome back to Restaurant Management System Tutorials. Today is our lecture number 10 and in today's lecture I'm going to teach you how can you create an orders window with respect to admin, and in later videos we will see the orders window with respect to our customers also, because in the beginning I have already discussed with you people that you can in this restaurant management system you can place order with respect to the admin, or the waiter will took the order from the customer and then give it to the admin, and then the admin then store that order inside the software. Or furthermore, a customer can also provide or enter the order details directly on the software placed on the screen on the table, right? So there are two scenarios on which we have to work. So let's start and have a look what we have today in orders window. Alright, so the orders window is in front of you people. Now here I have the category drop down I have taken here. The orders window I have already created in the previous lectures, so all things are same. I have just placed some controls here, that is the category, and then the item. Based on that item, based on the category, all the items will be selected in the items, and then the price will become automatically when you select an item. Okay, so all things are coming from the database, and then the quantity, and then when we click add to cart, the data should be added in some grid view, so that the order can be maintained with respect to the items, the number of items we have. And furthermore, we will show the image of that particular item that we are going to select. Okay, one thing is this window that you are looking at is the admin side window, right? This means that you have order written on paper, and then you place that order inside this window, okay, one by one, step by step. So when you are an admin and you are storing your data or your order, so you have to take care of certain other things. Let's say the order is coming from which table, and the order is coming from which column or which floor, right? So you have to take the table number and the floor also, okay, so that you can manage that which floor is busy and which on which table the order is coming from and all that. All right, so after that, just move this design a little bit downside and then copy this control and paste it here. Because the order is coming from which table or floor, you can select that floor and then copy and paste, because our floors are also stored in the database, so floors can be selected from here. And then the floor, after floor, then you have to select your table, from which table this order is coming from, so you have to specify that table also. This is the admin side window. I am repeating again and again. We will create another window for customer also, okay. And then in one thing we must add here, that is the order type. That can be, let's say the customer is dine-in, or the customer is going to take away the order, or it is something else. So copy and paste these two things again. One is the order type, the label name is order type, which type of order we have. So in a restaurant we are going to dine in, and what else, takeaway and home delivery. Okay, so these are the three options or choices you can specify. So the first thing is dine in, and the second thing is takeaway, and then the third one is home delivery. Okay, if you will select home delivery, then you should have the customer details. Okay, so you have to add the customer also. For that purpose, first you have to go to your customers window and you have to add that particular customer, and then that customer will be selected here. Okay, I hope it is understood to everyone. Now one thing you should do here, that is you have to add the customer window, customer drop down also, in case of selection of customer. So select customer, and then you have to specify the drop down list on which you can select your customer. Okay, copy this and paste it also here in the last. Okay, now what else we should require here? Is anything left? Let us think. So guys, customer name can be repetitive. There are multiple customers with the same name, so it's better to enter the phone number of that particular customer. So enter phone number. So we can pick up that particular customer details from this particular phone number that I will pass on runtime. Okay, enter phone number. Now you can specify, because you are taking the phone number, then you should have a text box here so that you can enter that particular phone number. Okay, so remove this drop down list. Or what else you can do, there are multiple ways to perform a particular action. You can specify the name of the customer along with its phone number. Okay, together both the things should be displayed in this combo box together. You can also do that, and you can also write the phone number of that particular customer. I hope it is understood to everyone, right? So remove this one and copy this. No, not copy that. Take a text box here and paste it here. Okay, so that's my phone number text box, and give it a name, that's phone text. Okay, phone text, and then that's my add to cart button, and that's my picture box, and I have applied a picture on this picture box with the following details. The size mode is zoom. Okay, now let's go to the database and create a table with respect to all these fields that we have specified here. Okay, so let's go to the database, new query. Right, so first of all we have to create a table, create table orders, and then order underscore ID, big integer, not null, identity, and then primary key, and then order underscore let's say the order date on which the order is coming, so date of the order, not null, and then what you are going to take here, the category of that order, the item of that order, and all that. So you can specify the order and the order details separately. Okay, so the order date and then the order underscore amount, you can specify the amount here, or you can make or store this amount in a separate table in orders detail. Okay, order done by customer. Okay, so customer ID, if the customer is not a registered customer, then the default value should be stored as guest. Okay, so this is the thing that you have to specify. So customer ID, what is the data type of customers here? That is big integer, so big integer, not null. If I make it a foreign key, then it will become a problem for me. So that how what is the customer ID? So I'm not going to make a foreign key here. Instead I am leaving it blank. Customer ID, order date, customer ID, and then what else you need in the orders table. So more things we have to specify here, that is the order type, what type of order we have. So I am storing a tiny integer here because I don't want to store dine in or take away again and again or home delivery. So that's the thing. It should also be not null. And then the thing we have order underscore let's say floor. So floor we have inside the database, but what happened when the order is home delivery or when the order is takeaway? So floor ID is useless there. So that's why if you check the data type of this tiny table of floor ID, that is tiny integer, so right here tiny integer. Okay, and I'm also again I'm not creating a relationship. Instead I'm leaving this column floor ID as a blank column or as a nullable column, so that I can skip this floor details on runtime. And then floor ID, and then of course the table ID. It should also be the data type of this is, go to the tables, and the data type is a small integer, so right here small integer. Okay, so that's my another column inside the orders table, the floor ID and the table ID and the order type. What else we should need? So I think all things are set, but one thing you have to specify here, that is the relationships. What about the relationships we can do here? because we have the customers table also, we have the floors table also, we have the tables table also. So if I do not create a relationship here, then it would be useless for me to create such a relational database. So I'm creating a relationship between all these columns that I have created here. So foreign key, and then the table's name is customer, foreign key, and then customers. The name of my table is customers, and then right here references first, customers, and then the customer ID. So it is the relationship on delete. It should be no action, so that if you are going to delete a customer and its order is available in the orders table, it should not be deleted. Okay, so no action. And then on update, it is also no action. Fine. And then copy this code and paste it here on floor ID. So floor ID, floor should be linked with the floor table, floors, that's we have here floors, right? So RS, and the floor ID name is f_id. So now it's fine, floor ID. After that, if I zoom it out so you can view it properly, order underscore floor ID. After floor ID we have the tables ID, so we have to specify the references here also. So paste it again, and instead of customers you write here tables, TABELES, and then table ID is T_ID. So all the references are now set. So when a customer who is coming for dine-in, we have to specify that customer as a guest. Okay, so we have a default customer that we should add first by default with the name guest. Okay, so the orders that are coming from the dine-in side should be from the guest. Okay, and then if the order is coming from the phone call, or the order is of the takeaway, so you can specify the customer details in the customer's window. So from that point of view, our relationships will be working, inshallah. So now our orders table is now successfully created. Execute, commands completed successfully. Now one more table I am going to create here, that is create table order details. Inside this table you have to specify the order that you have just created. Okay, so first of all, OD_ID, big integer, not null, identity. This is the primary key column for this table, identity, and then primary key. So that's my first column. Then order details underscore order ID, the order that you have taken in the orders table, then that ID will be stored here with the data type big integer, not null, and then paste here foreign key, and the references should be orders table. Inside orders table you have the ID, order_ID. Okay, so if your order exists, you cannot delete that details in orders details table. So that's what the relationship I have created in between these two things. And then after order ID you have to specify the order details. Let's say order detail underscore the product ID or the item ID that you have picked up from the database. If you go to your menu and columns, so it's your m_id. Okay, so product ID, and then, or you can write menu ID, no problem. The data type is integer, so write here integer, and then not null, and then again foreign key, because your products are already inside the menu, so you can specify a relationship in between these two tables. Foreign key, references, and the table name should be menu, and menu ID, so m_id. So you have to be very careful while creating relationships. So order ID, then product ID or the item ID, then what else you need? Look, when you are providing the product ID table or the menu item table already contains the category ID in that, and already contains the price in that and everything. Okay, so you don't need to specify the price. Okay, you don't need to specify the price. Instead, you can specify the separate details. Let's say the total amount of the order, how much total amount is there, how much the customer has paid, and how much the amount is returned. So these are the things, but these things should not be stored here. Instead, you have to store that whole thing here in the orders table. So we have to add some more column in the orders table. That's what planning is. So alter table orders, and then add O underscore total amount equals to, sorry, that is money, and then not null. So that's my one column, and then execute this query. So ordered amount is added, and then you have to specify the order underscore amount paid. Okay, amount paid, and it should be null, because when you are specifying the order, you are not paying directly. All right, so amount paid, it should be allowable, or it should be nullable. So amount paid, how much amount the client or the customer has paid, and one more thing you have to enter here, that is amount returned. Right, amount returned, and then it should also be nullable. So add that column also inside this particular orders table. So amount received or amount paid and amount returned. So total amount, we have all the tables now. So let us refresh and see how many columns we have added. Right click, refresh. So we have the orders table. Inside the orders table, look, total amount, let's say 1000 rupees is the bill, and the customer, or you can say 850 rupees is the bill. The customer paid 1000 rupees, and you have returned him or her to 150 rupees. Okay, so this is the all detail that you have to specify in orders table. And in orders detail table, what you are specifying, the order ID and the things that the customer has ordered. Simple as that. Okay, so all set now with respect to this particular database. Create this table. We have created this product ID or the order details table. Okay, now moving forward, we have some customizations in the software also. What are that customizations? Let me open that and select. Alright, so all things are now set with respect to all these things, but one thing is missing still, that is the image of the product. So let's go to our menu window. Here we have inside the Solution Explorer this one. Here I am adding the menu item, let's say biryani or Pepsi or Coke or 7-Up, whatever you are going to add, you have to specify its image here. What is the image of that particular menu item? So you have to specify the image picture of that particular thing, and then you have to pick up a picture box, and inside this picture box you can give a default image for this particular item. A default image can be chosen from my existing images. Let's say I am picking up this image and make it center image, sorry, auto size, no, not auto size, zoom in. Okay, so now a default image is appearing here inside my menu. So I have to change the procedures that I have created for this menu item table, and I have to add a column with the name with the data type image inside my database. So save it and go to your database, close this orders, open this menu, or create a new query and write here alter table. Let me zoom it out. Alter table menu, add what are the column names I have specified, m underscore. Okay, so add m underscore image, and the data type is image. Okay, because I have already added an item inside the menu. Look, let me show you. Because we have already an item inside this, so I'm going to remove it. If you wanted to make this column not null column, if you have data, then do not write not null here. Okay, So let me remove this item first from here, delete this row. Now my table is clear, so you can write now not null. I hope it is clear to everyone. So this is how we can add an image column inside our menu table. Now go to your stored procedures and insert menu item, modify it and add a column variable that is image, and the data type is image, and then you have to specify here image in the last. Same is the case with update. Copy this and go to update menu item, modify, comma, paste here, and you can update the image. So m underscore image equals to @image. So everything is now set. Execute, commands complete successfully. Same is the case with the get menu items. So where are my get items? Here we have get menu. Here we have modify, and here we have to select m underscore image as image and execute. Commands complete successfully. Get menu with respect to category, you have to specify that thing here also. Copy and paste. So all the procedures are now are updated now. Now moving forward, and let's modify this code, the menu item code. The first thing inside, okay, this green line is appearing because you have to specify two string here, then it will not be a problem. Now let's go to the save menu, insert menu item, the last thing we have done here, insert menu item, and you have to specify an image. So how can you pick up an image? You can specify an image using this image data type. So it is not appearing by default, so press Ctrl dot and use this namespace using system.drawing. Okay, image im. Okay, this image you have to store inside your inside your database. So the storing of an image is a trickier part. So what you have to specify here, you have to create an object, memory stream object, memory stream. It's related to file handling in .NET, in C#, in Visual Studio. So press Ctrl dot and use system.io. Memory stream is a stream where you can store your image like this. Okay, and then after creating memory stream, im.save, look, im is my image that I will pass. So im.save, save into a stream, and stream is this one, ms, and then you have to specify the format, that is image format. Image format is also not coming here by default, so write Ctrl dot and using system.drawing.imaging you have to specify that namespace also, and then image format dot jpeg. So you have to specify the image with the format jpeg. You have to pick up a jpeg image. Now moving forward, after specifying the image, one thing you can do, that is if you are doing a quality work, so you can store a png image with that clear default background. So whatever your choice is, you can select that image. Okay, now so what should I have done? Okay, so it's better to pick up png format. Okay, so now what I have done, I have took my image and store it inside a memory stream. Now what we have to do, we have to create a byte array, let's say arr equal to ms.toArray. It's a function of memory stream. So what will happen, your memory stream data, your image will be stored and converted into bytes and stored inside the byte array. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now this code should place at the top, because you have to pass that code as a parameter. Copy this and paste it here. Instead of this, you have to specify image, and for image you have to specify that arr, that byte array. So that byte array will be written inside your database here in this column that you have specified. Okay, image. Now if this is right, then we have to do this code for update also. So go to your update window or class, sorry, and then paste it code here, and then you have to specify a image, zoom it, okay, image im. Here also you have to add the system.drawing, and then you have to specify, sorry, system.io. I am pressing control dot for these shortcuts. So and for image format, press control dot, system.drawing.images. And last but not the least, we have to copy this image, copy it and paste it here. Okay, so now image parameter, and let us verify the parameter that I have just created for image. That is, yes, @image is my parameter, so it's fine. Okay, now you have to go to the retrieval class. On retrieval, you should have another column, the data grid view column. That is, or one thing you can do, you can specify, let me go to the menu window so that I can show you various options. Menu window, sorry, design, menu window design. What you can do, you can load your image in the grid view, and you can load your image directly in the picture box when you click the grid item. Okay, so I'm leaving it blank. I'm not going to change this, but the menu is appearing, the image is coming in the select, in this query, get menu, the image is coming in this. So what you will do, you have to specify in the grid view the image column, or you left that column, no problem. Then what you can do, you can specify that image on cell click. Go to your cell click, and right here, let's say, okay, because you are having data grid view, and you are loading your all the records in the data grid view, so let me check it and add a column of image, no problem. Add image gv, and it should not be the text box column, it will become an image column, and then the heading should be image, and then it is read only, and add close. Okay, so that's my image column. Move it to last and make it visible false. I'm not going to show it, and then I will retrieve my image inside this data grid view, from this data grid view to my picture box. So how can I put that from the grid view? So for image, you can specify your picture box. What is the name of the picture box? The name of picture box is picture box 1. So you can write here picture box 1 dot, let me zoom it so that you can see it clearly. Now picture box 1 dot image, because you have to specify the image, right? So equals to image dot from file, and then it is saying to provide your file name, so you can specify your raw dot cells of image gv, and then you have to make it like dot value dot toString. Okay, so let's see what will happen, but I'm not sure about this code, but we'll check it and run it and see what will happen. So let us start this and add a picture. Okay, because I have changed the methods, insert menu item, so you have to specify the image. So where is my image? So picture box 1 dot image, that's it. So you have passed your image right like this, and copy it and also paste it here, picture box 1 dot image. Now it's fine. Let us run this. Login, and then menu. We have to specify some image also. Let's say if I'm going to add biryani or Pepsi and something, so let me download an image for a menu item. So add again biryani, and then the category is Pakistani cuisine, and then price is, let's say, 150 rupees. And then okay, one more thing we've skipped. How can we select that image? we have to specify something that so that we can select an image. So let's go first and do that task also. Go to your menu window and take a button, okay, and for this picture you have to specify a browse button at this point and make it a little bit width height, and then go to its events and click here load, right here load, and then make its border size 2 and make its standard to flat, and then go to its back color and make it fire brick so that a contrast will be applied. So now it's fine, okay. So when you click load, the image should be picked up here. So for how can we pick up an image? So go to your toolbox and pick up a dialog, that is open file dialog, and place it here. It is not a user interface control, so it is added right below. So file dialog 1, so that's my load button. Go to its coding name, right here load button, and then specify the code, that is dialog result dr equals to open file dialog 1 dot show dialog, okay. After that, when you click this, a pop-up or a window will open and you can select your image, okay, and then you can write here if dr is equal to dialog result dot okay. So when you press OK on that, so what will happen? The image should be displayed on the picture box. So picture box 1 dot image, but it is accepting an image. So before this you have to write here image im equal to new bitmap. This is the way you can pick up an image, new bitmap, from where you have to specify the file name, that is open file dialog 1 dot file name. So your image will be picked up and stored inside im, and then you can place that im, or you can assign that im to this one, okay. And then picture box 1 dot size mode, that is this, equals to picture box size mode dot center, okay. Though that you have specified center image, no, we have used zoom, okay. So zoom, now it's fine. So when we click the load button, this will happen. Let's start and check what is happening. One more condition you can specify here, that is if your file is selected or not, you can specify that also, okay. So login and then food menu, specify your item biryani, and then category, and then price, that is 150 rupees, and then status is available, and then click load. A dialog box should appear here on the load. So guys, I have my image of biryani here, and then click open, so it is appearing here, okay. Now we have to click save and see what will happen. Is everything, if everything goes fine, then the image should be stored in the database. Let's see what will happen. Alright, so error occurred, no problem. Let us check what's the problem we have in this insert code. So let us add a breakpoint here and check why our image is not going to be add inside this. So again, add an item, go back and click here, and then right here biryani again, and then category is Pakistani cuisine, then 150 rupees, and then the status is available, then click load, and then let me add some other image, okay. That's a PNG image, that's a downloaded image, and that's an official PNG image. So I have selected this image. Let's say, for example, for purpose of checking, click save, and let's see what is happening here. So images here we have in this format, and this image is stored inside the byte array, and then the whole thing is going, and then here we have a problem. And what is the problem? Let us check. Procedure or function has too many arguments specified. So at the rate image, haven't I update that stored procedure? Insert image, insert menu item. Yes, I have specified. Commands completed successfully. It should not be the error. Name, category, price, status, image. Name, category, price, status and image. The columns are fine. So let us run it again and check. Login, food, and then biryani. Category is this, sorry, and then 150, and then status is available, and then click load and select your image and then save. Come again. I have executed my procedure. Insert menu item. Is that the name of my procedure? Yes, it's insert menu item, so it's fine. Yes, it is executed. I haven't run that execute successful inside the SQL server. So step out from everything. Now let's go to our SQL and check whether the image is there or not. So go to your menus table and click edit. Refresh it. Okay, close this and then reopen it because I have changed a column here. Look, binary data. So my image is coming inside my particular table and database. Now what? Image is also in the grid view. If you notice here, okay, image is also in the grid view, and when you click here, price is not coming. Instead, the picture box is showing the problem, but we'll see it later. No problem. Today's agenda is not this to apply the image in the picture box. We'll load it in the picture box also, no problem, but you can specify or you can remove this code because your image is directly coming inside the grid view. Okay, your image is directly coming inside the grid view. Go to your grid view and edit columns and show this image by default, no problem. That's this. Okay, and then image layout should be zoom, that is the default size, and then the default image, if you wish to specify, that is the this image, right? That was the default image that I have applied, and then click OK. So now let us run this and check what is coming. Login, menu, view. So image is appearing here, but okay, look, two image columns are coming. So you have to do one thing. You have to map the column. Where you have to map the column? In the retrieval, and you have to map that column here by applying comma, and then data grid view column, image GV, and then copy this code and paste it here and right here image, and then image GV, save it. If I'm not wrong, then it is the name of the retrieval is image, right? It's fine. Now I have mapped my column. Let us check now. Okay, you have to add another column inside the code where you have passed this. So image GV you have to specify, and everywhere you have to specify image GV wherever you have called this method. So image GV, and here you also specify image GV, comma, image GV. So all set now, and remove this breakpoint and run. So login, food menu and view, and your image is appearing perfectly with respect to your data. You can specify the default size of your row so that the image can be appeared appropriately. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now all set up till now. That look, these little things come in between when you are developing a software, so don't worry about that. Now the actual task, the orders. Okay, what you wanted to do, you wanted to load your categories, your items and all the things here on this. Okay, so on load, what you wanted to display? The categories. Where you are picking up your categories? You are picking up your categories in the menus window already. Okay, so on load, what you have this, where you have this method, which is this method? just copy it, and paste it. This is the benefit of object oriented programming. You don't have to write again and again. Just copy this code and come inside your orders window, double click on load, zoom it and paste it. That's it. The categories will be loaded where? In the category drop down. So pick up this name, just change its name here because it's category here and here also. So categories will be loaded when this window will be loaded. Okay, then based on that category you have to load the particular items. Okay, so double click on this and write a condition here: if category drop down dot selected item, or sorry, selected index is equals to or not equals to -1. That means if my combo box is not empty, then what you can do, you can pick up the specific items. So how can I specify that? I have to create a query here. What query? Create procedure st underscore get items with respect to category. Haven't I created this procedure before? Let me verify it. Get items, get menu with respect to category. Yes, I already had this. If I open it, look, the category ID that I will pass, the data will be fetched out. Okay, so that's the stored procedure I already have, so I'll use it. How can I use it? Let me go to main window or the main class or the retrieval class, and here get items, where I have get items, get menu, get categories, get table, get flows. I don't have get items up till now, so we have to create this code. For that, that's the thing. Get roles, copy this one and paste it here, and instead of get roles, do not copy this. We have a method that is, yes, this one, load items. Okay, so you have to specify this load items, the same method. Okay, so copy this and paste it here. What is the name of my stored procedure? This is the name. So copy this name, get menu item with respect to category. So it is there, and where I wanted to load my items, inside the items drop down. So right here, items drop down. So items drop down, and what should be what I wanted to display inside this, the menu item I wanted to display, and paste it here. And what is the default backend value? That is the menu ID, menu item ID basically. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now when I select my particular category, that item will be selected here. Simple as that. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, now what's next? When you select that item, the price of that item should be selected. Okay, when you select that item, so how can you do that? Create a procedure, create procedure st underscore, can we have that get menu items or get menu with respect to category? So no, get items, I don't have the separate get items with respect to anything, so I have to specify the price. The price is coming here also. So can I use that? Can I use this as the price? Yes, I can use that also, but we need category. Yes, we have category, we have the item, but we have to specify the item name so that that price will be selected. So okay, let's create a new procedure, no problem. Okay, get price with respect to item. Okay, select from menu m dot price as price, where m dot id is equals to @mid, and the menu id is in data type integer. So create here a parameter that is mid integer and pass it. So whatever the id I will pass of that menu item, its price will be picked up by executing this procedure. So execute it, get items with respect to price. So I have to create a procedure or code for this also. Let's go to the retrieval class and create another procedure or another method with the name load single item, and then the procedure. And then if you are picking up a single item, then you have to specify the text box on which you will display your single item, and then procedure, and then the parameter. So instead of this, you have to specify the parameter, param, and then you have to specify an integer with the name value, and then you have to specify a text box on which you have to display your data. So instead of this, but why I am creating this? Okay, remove. Sorry for that. Directly do that code inside this. So when you pick up your which window that was that? Yes, this is the window. So when you select your item, right here, if item drop down dot selected index is not equals to -1, then come inside. Okay, and what we can do, we can now load that data. So how can we load that data? SQL command. I don't have any SQL command here, so you have to specify try catch first, and then SQL command cmd equal to new SQL command. That's it. Control dot, press control dot. When control dot is not working, you can specify directly here using system.data.sql client. Okay, and you can also specify system.data here because you are using the database code directly first time here. So exception ex, and right here main class dot show message, and right here ex dot message comma heading is error dot dot dot, and then the message type is error. So this is how you can specify the exception, and then the procedure name, and then the connection, that is main class dot connection. Okay, go to your code and copy it and paste it here. Provide a semicolon. Then why it is showing me error? Because okay, I have missed this. Okay, now it's fine. cmd dot command type equals to command type dot stored procedure. Though I have added system.data already, so you don't need to specify this, it will work. Okay, and then main class dot connection dot open, and copy this and paste it, and use close, and copy this close and paste it here, because in case of error the connection should be closed. One thing you have to specify, that is cmd dot parameters dot add with value, and here you have to specify what? The item ID, the menu item ID, and the menu item ID is here convert. Sorry, first you have to specify the parameter, that is mid, and then convert dot to integer 32, and you have to specify item drop down dot selected value dot toString, because we have value inside this selected value, the ID of that menu item. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now because I am fetching one single record, so this time I am changing the scenario. How? I am creating an integer, let's say integer item ID and then I'm giving it here item ID equals to convert dot to integer 32, and then inside this right here cmd dot execute scalar. That's a method that will pick up, look, read its definition, its description. It will select only the first record, and I need only the one record. That's it. Because when I execute this query, only the price of that item will be picked up, and then it will be converted into integer 32, and then right here to string also. Okay, and then it will be stored in the item ID. I hope it is clear to everyone. So item ID, you can store, no, that's not item ID. Sorry for that. One thing I must clear, that because we are developing a software, so there are many constraints that are working together. Instead of this, we have to specify that price, because that's the price. That's not item ID, that's a price. Sorry for that. So price text dot text, I have to specify my price in the price text. That's it. So all fine. Now my price will be displayed here, and then the floors, and then the tables. So how can I load the floors? Simple as that. Copy this one and paste here and paste here. Instead of this, I will write floors and tables. So what is the name of my floors table? Just go to the floors window, double click, no, not on floors, where we have the floors, get floors. No, I don't have on the code, so I will pick up from here, get floors. Here we have, modify it and copy this, get floors, zoom it so that you can see it, get floors, close this floors window, and go inside your orders window and write here st underscore get floors, and where you want it to display, on floor drop down, floors drop down. It is not there, so you can give it a name, floor drop down, floors drop down, and it should become the tables drop down, and then you have to specify these here. So get floors, floor drop down, and then what are the column names? ID and floor. So the display name is floor and the value name member is ID, and same is the case with get tables. So what we have here, get tables, copy this name, get tables, and then you have to specify get tables. But the problem is you cannot get the tables only, because tables belongs to floor. Okay, tables belongs to floor. So if you notice here, it is showing me all the tables. I wanted to load only those tables that are on floor number 1. Okay, so for that purpose I have to create another procedure for that. So let me zoom it, create procedure st underscore get tables with respect to floor. Okay, so pass here @ floor ID, and the floor table floor ID is in data type integer. Yes, it's integer. So integer, and I need only what? The table ID and the table number. I don't need floor and floor ID, so remove this. I don't need chairs, and that's it. Okay, so table number and table ID, and then where, right here where clause, where t dot table floor ID, sorry, so f dot floor ID equals to @ floor ID. So on runtime I will pass floor ID, I will get all the tables of that floor. Simple as that. Okay, so execute it. Now copy this code and paste it here. So that's more better. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. But this code will not be placed here because it's load. We have to select the tables when we click on the floors. Okay, when we select floors, so if floor drop down dot selected index is not equal to -1, then paste it. Okay, so get tables with respect to floor, where you have to specify in tables drop down, all the tables should be loaded there. And what is the name of the display item? It is table number, and then specify here table number, and then the ID is with the name table ID. So copy it and write it appropriately. So now it's fine, and it should be table drop down dot selected index is equals to -1. I hope it is clear to everyone. And it should be floor drop down dot selected index is equals to -1. Okay, now what else you need? Order type is hard coded and all, and that's it. Okay, one thing you have to specify, if the order type, let's say you are dining in, so you need tables and all that. Okay, if you are dining in, you need tables. But if it is takeaway or home delivery, then you don't need tables and floors. So what you can do that, how you can do that, first you have to specify the order type on the top, so that you can enable or disable the tables or floors. Let's say move it here and move these floors and tables downwards. First of all, you have to specify the order type, which type of order it is, and then if this order type, right here condition, if I haven't give the name, so remove this. When you directly remove the event, the display will be will get the problem, and then you can go to your code and remove that particular line. Simple. And then you will get back your display again. Simple. So order type, give it a name, order type drop down, and then double click here and right here, if order type drop down dot selected index is not equal to -1. If it is not blank, then come inside, then come in right here another condition, if order type drop down dot selected index is equal to 0. On 0 what we have? Dine in. If we are in dine in, then floor drop down dot enabled equals to true. Okay, and tables drop down dot enabled equals to true. Okay, else if order type, if it is takeaway or it is home delivery, then we don't need floors and tables. So instead of mentioning another condition, we can specify directly that if this is this, then you can enable, and if it is not selected index 0, then make them false. Simple. So save it. Now what will happen when you select dine in? These will be enabled, otherwise these will be disabled. Okay, and then one more thing, if you are dine in, then you don't need phone number. Okay, if you are dining in, then you don't need phone number. So if you are in a dine in mode, phone text should not be there. Phone text dot visible equals to false. Okay, and phone label, the label of this should also be hidden. So this is label 10, rename it phone label, and go to here and write here phone label dot visible equals to false. So both are visible false by default. Copy it, but when you are on takeaway or you are on home delivery, so you have to make them visible true and visible true, and go to here and select this one and make them visible false by default. Okay, now all set. And then what we need, what else we need? That's it, it's enough. Let's start and check what we have after all this effort. Login, and that's the admin order window. On load it is showing me error. So why it is showing me error? Load items, and it's saying that get menu item with respect to category. Okay, get menu item with respect to category is providing me error. Okay, no problem, let me check why. Based on this category, yes, the problem is the load items function is not accepting any parameter, isn't it? I don't have anything to pass as a parameter. So go to load item, go to its definition, and you have to specify string param equals to null. By default I am creating a optional parameter, and string integer, or take it string, or take it integer, and then you have to specify the value is 0. Okay, so both are optional parameters. So what you can do, if param is equals to null, okay, if param is equals to null and val is equals to 0, that means nothing. Else cmd dot parameters, let me zoom in, dot add with value, and specify your param, that is param comma value. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, now you have to go on your orders window, and because you are picking up the category, so you have to specify the category ID. Okay, so @CID get menu with respect to category, go to that particular stored procedure, get menu with respect to category. Look, so you have to specify the category ID on runtime. So come here, category ID I have passed. Where is my category ID? From the category drop down. So convert dot to integer 32, and you have to pick up the category drop down ID, selected value dot to string. Now all set. Let us run again. Login, and then orders. Still we have the problem. Get tables with respect to floor. Here we also have to specify the parameters. Get tables with respect to floors. Let us go and double click on your floors. We have to specify here also the floor ID and the floor value. So what's the name? Refresh these stored procedures and select get. Oh, this is the procedure. Okay, so what's the name? Floor ID. Copy this one and paste it here, and what we have to specify, the floor ID. So convert dot to integer 32, and then specify floor drop down dot selected value dot to string. Save. Now all set. Okay, so I have overloaded function, not overloaded but a tricky function here. Orders, now it's open. Okay, and look, if I select Pakistani cuisine, now it is saying could not find stored procedure, get price with respect to item. Okay, we will see that error, no problem. Okay, biryani, but the price is not coming. Based on this selection, the error is appearing based on that selection. So let me check what's the problem. Go to its breakpoint when you are picking up the category, when you are selecting the category. So what is happening? Let us check. Come here, come outside, step out, step out. Okay, now select your category, that is Pakistani cuisine. Now what is happening? Check. Press F11. Now the category ID is appearing as 7, and then come here, the procedure is get menu with respect to category. Okay, fine, it is not null. The param is category ID and the value is 7. Okay, so it is working. everything is fine now. Now the item selected index change is not equal to -1. Why it is coming here? Let us go to the software. Item is selected index. Why it is coming here? I don't know. Item drop down. So value is 2. Okay, the problem is here at this point. Could not find stored procedure get price with respect to item. I think I haven't run that procedure. Get price with respect to item. Close these. Where is that? Yes, that's the thing. Execute. Now it is executed. That was the problem, that the stored procedure was not executed. So all set now. Let us run it again. Remove the breakpoint. Log in and orders, and then select your Pakistani cuisine. Look, biryani is by default appeared here and its amount is already there. We don't need to select biryani by default. We'll make it selection index -1, and then based on that selected item, if we have more than one item, then all the items will be listed down. And then order type, let us verify. If I select dine in, so it is working. Floor 1 is coming also from database, and when I select floor 1, its tables are coming. When I select floor 2, its one table is already coming. So it is working now. Okay, so when I select takeaway, phone number is also appearing. When I select home delivery, it is appearing. When I select dine in, phone number will be vanished out. So that's all for today. The time is about to finish. So if you haven't understood anything, please do write me. Hopefully it is clear to everyone. Thank you so much. Take care, and we'll meet in the next class, inshallah. Take care. Bye.